Welcome to a lesson on factors. The goals of this video are to determine the factors of a natural number and also to define prime and composite numbers. First, the natural numbers, often called the counting numbers, is the set of numbers that we see listed here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Factors are the numbers that divide evenly into a given number. This means a factor divides into another number and there is no remainder. So for example, if we let n be a natural number and x times y is equal to n, then x and y are both factors of the number n. A quick example of this would be the factors of 15 are 1, 3, 5, and 15, since 1 times 15 is equal to 15 and 3 times 5 is equal to 15. So to find the factors of a number, it's often easiest to make a list of the two numbers that multiply to give us the given number. So to find the factors of 24, we'll list each pair of numbers that when multiplied give us 24. So for example, 1 times 24 is equal to 24, so these are both factors of 24. 2 times 12 is equal to 24. 3 times 8 is equal to 24, and so is 4 times 6. All of these would be the factors of 24. Now this is the work that helps us find the factors. We still need to list them, and we'll list them from least to greatest. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6, 8, 12, 24. Now let's do the same for 54. We want to find two numbers that multiply together to give us 54. And of course the most obvious one would be 1 times 54. It's even, so we could have 2 times what, 27? It's also divisible by 3. We can obtain 54 by multiplying 3 and 18. And then lastly we have 6 times 9. So all of these would be factors of 54. And again, we'll list them in order from least to greatest. So we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18, 27, and 54. These are all the numbers that divide evenly into 54. Let's go ahead and try a couple more. Here we have 120. Now, of course, as this number gets larger, it gets more and more challenging to find all of the factors. So we need to be sure we take our time here. We have 1 times 120. It's even, so that would be 2 times 60. It is divisible by 3, that would be 3 times 40. It's also divisible by 4, so that would be 4 times 30. It ends in a 0, so it's divisible by 5. This should be 5 times 24. It's also divisible by 6, that would be 6 times 20. It's also divisible by 8. We can obtain 120 from the product of 8 and 15. And then lastly, we can also obtain 120 by multiplying 10 and 12. So these are all the factors of 120. Let's go ahead and list them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, 24, 30, 40, 60, and 120. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at one more. We have the number 23. Of course, we can obtain 23 by multiplying 1 times itself. Now, there aren't any other numbers that we can multiply together to get 23, so 23 only has two factors, 1 and itself. And because this number only has two factors, it has a special name. It's called a prime number. So let's go ahead and finish by talking about prime and composite numbers. A prime number is a natural number greater than 1 that has only two factors, 1 and itself. And here's a list of the first several prime numbers. And of course now we can add 23 to this list because we just found that 23 only had two factors as well. All of the other examples were what's called a composite number. A composite number is a natural number that has more than 2 factors. So going back to our examples, this is the only number here that had 2 factors. 120, 54, and 24 all had more than 2 factors and therefore are called composite numbers. And a special note, the number 1 is neither prime or composite by definition. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.